Have you ever wanted to uncover the hidden history of a piece of real estate? Or maybe you want to trace your local family roots, or finally settle that annoying neighborhood boundary dispute. Well, imagine being able to do all of that without spending a single dime. Knowing how to navigate property records is practically a superpower for real estate investments, genealogy, or legal purposes. Yet most people assume it requires expensive software, inside connections, or a law degree.
But I'm here to tell you that is absolutely not the case. Think of this explainer as your ultimate digital treasure map. We're going to walk step by step through exactly how to navigate these online government records completely for free, bypassing all the usual confusion, regardless of your tech skills or prior knowledge.
Welcome to the Explainer. I am so pumped you're here. Our goal today is simple but incredibly powerful. We're going to empower you to confidently master Pierce County's decentralized government portals so you can find exactly the property data you need.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll clear up the WA versus WI trap, then hit base camp with the assessor-treasurer, dive into the archives at the auditor's office, get a bird's-eye view with public GIS, talk about fraud protection, and finally wrap things up with a handy cheat sheet.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the WA versus WI trap, and how to avoid the very first obstacle that trips up a surprisingly large number of people right out of the gate.
So, if you just Google Pierce County property records, you might accidentally end up in Wisconsin, and trust me, your wallet is going to notice. Wisconsin's Register of Deeds operates under strict statutory fee schedules, charging up to $30 a document. But today, we are strictly focusing on Pierce County, Washington, where their incredible digital system actually gives you substantial online access and watermark document previews totally for free. Huge difference, right?
Now, to conduct real due diligence in Pierce County, Washington, you've got to understand their decentralized system. The county splits its data into 3 distinct hubs. To keep it super simple, just think of them as a summary sheet, a filing cabinet, and a map. We have to visit each one for different pieces of the puzzle. So let's see how they all work together. Our first stop is Section 2, Base Camp. This is the Assessor-Treasurer Information Portal, widely known as ATIP. Think of this as your summary sheet. The Assessor-Treasurer manages data for over 350,000 parcels. That is a ton of information. When you get to ATIP, follow this exact sequence to really get the most out of it. Once you run your search, you get several tabs of crucial data. From the Summary tab, you can instantly grab the current legal owner's exact name and mailing address. Then, click over to Values to see historical assessments, which is important because in Washington state, this reflects 100% of the true and fair market value. Next, you can dive into the Building tab for hyper-specific characteristics like exact square footage, year built, and even the architectural style. And finally, always check the Taxes tab to confirm tax payment dates and make sure the property isn't secretly sitting in foreclosure. It's an absolute wealth of localized information.
And here's a massive pro tip for you. Whenever possible, search ATIP using the 10-digit tax parcel number, not the street address. Why? Well, street addresses change. They get retired, or maybe they just aren't assigned to vacant land yet. That parcel number is your absolute safest bet for an accurate, headache-free search.
All right, with our summary data in hand, let's move to our next portal. Section 3, the Archives, over at the auditor's office.
The auditor is basically the legal custodian for documents that actually affect property titles. We're talking deeds, easements, restrictive covenants, and liens. But listen closely, because this is the golden rule you must remember. The auditor's portal literally does not support parcel number or street address searches. No way around it. You absolutely must take the legal owner's name that you just found over an ATIP and plug it in here as the grantor or grantee to unlock the legal history. It's a mandatory 2-step dance between the portals.
Next up, let's get the bird's eye view. Section 4 takes us to the Planning and Public Works Department to explore spatial data using public GIS.
This interactive map is just an incredibly powerful tool for spatial analysis. It operates in Washington State Plains South coordinates using U.S. feet and gives you access to over 100 different visual data layers covering the entire county. It essentially takes all that text data we just researched and paints a vivid picture with it.
And navigating it is surprisingly intuitive.
First, you just click the Locate tool in the upper left menu and punch in your parcel number to perfectly center the map right on your property. Then, open the Data menu on the right side. This is really where the magic happens. Imagine you want to build an addition to a house or put in a new deck. Before you spend a single dime on an architect, you can turn on overlays right here to check exact zoning classifications. You can see exactly where the sewer main lines run and even identify hidden environmental constraints like protected wetlands or steep slopes that might completely block your construction plans.
Oh, and here's a quick troubleshooting tip, because this trips up almost everyone. Data visibility is controlled by scale. So if you're looking at the Data menu and a layer you want is grayed out, don't panic. It just means you need to zoom in closer on the map until that specific layer activates and becomes visible.
Now that you have the skills to hunt down all this information, let's talk about Section 5, the shield and the code. We need to cover how to protect your own property and use this data ethically.
The Auditor's Office provides this fantastic, absolutely free owner alert service to help you monitor for potential title fraud. It takes just 3 easy steps. Go to their webpage, register your email, and enter up to 10 names, parcel numbers, or subdivision designations. You're all set. The moment a new document gets recorded that matches your criteria, the system automatically shoots you an email with a direct link to review the image.
But what if you get an alert for a document you don't recognize? Well, first, contact the Auditor's Office at 253-798-7440 with the auditor file number to verify it. If you actually suspect fraud, you need to contact law enforcement or a lawyer immediately. It is absolutely vital to understand that the auditor merely records the documents. They legally cannot reverse a recorded title. Only a court has the power to do that.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. Let's wrap up our digital treasure hunt with a quick recap in Section 6.
I highly recommend taking a screenshot of this summary table right now. It perfectly maps out exactly which county portal you need depending on your specific goal. Need tax bills, payment status, or building dimensions? Go to ATIP with a parcel number. Need deeds, easements, or liens? Take the owner's name to the auditor. Need zoning maps, sewer main lines, or environmental constraints? Head straight over to Public GIS.
Before we finish up, just a quick disclaimer. While this system is incredibly powerful and entirely public, please remember to use the data responsibly. Always verify your major findings with official county representatives and absolutely seek professional legal or financial advice before making any significant real estate decisions based on what you find. And there you have it. You are now fully equipped to navigate Pierce County's decentralized property records like a total pro. The tools are free, they are online, and they are just waiting for you to use them. So log on, type in a parcel number, and start your own adventure. What hidden history will you uncover in your own neighborhood today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy searching!